Before last weekend, Burnley goalkeeper Nick Pope had only played in the lower leagues with Charlton Athletic, Bury, Cambridge United and York City. Now he'll be forever known by Clarets fans as the Hero of Anfield, marking the first Premier League start of his career by keeping Liverpool at bay when Jurgen Klopp's men had 35 shots at goal and still couldn't win. Even with Philippe Coutinho returning to the home lineup after a summer of discontent, Liverpool couldn't beat 25-year-old Pope once Mo Salah had cancelled out Scott Arfield's opener. Burnley's defending was typically stout, but when they cracked right at the end, Pope brilliantly kept out a deflected shot from Trent Alexander-Arnold and then got a vital touch to send Dominic Solanke's effort onto the crossbar. Not bad for journeyman goalkeeper who was only playing because of the shoulder injury picked up by Tom Heaton against Crystal Palace last Sunday. A lot of his game was just good basics, but when the moment of truth came he made two fantastic saves, said Burnley manager Sean Dyche, for whom a hard-fought point must have felt like a win. Popey is very young in games, if not years, and coming to Anfield was a big ask for him. I can assure you our game plan was not to keep the ball all afternoon. You have to defend well at these places, you can't out-football a team like Liverpool. The upshot is that little Burnley remain above Liverpool in the table after 5 matches, albeit on goal difference, and are unbeaten from trips to Chelsea, Spurs and now Anfield. Not that Klopp had any complaints about his side's performance in bouncing back from a 5-0 defeat against Manchester City. He made 7 changes from the midweek Champions League game against Sevilla and they still created enough chances to win 3 matches, besides having a strong penalty appeal turned down when Mo Salah was checked by Ben Mee in the build-up to Solanke hitting the woodwork. "I'm not in a perfect mood," confessed the German manager afterwards. "The result feels strange. It feels wrong." But it is a fact, we drew. We made changes, but our game was fluent, proper football, possession football. You can't finish every situation that you create, but we created often enough to win. Coutinho was given a big ovation by the Kop to mark his first start of the season. But after a promising start, Liverpool's vulnerable defence let them down again. Right back Trent Alexander-Arnold was beaten in the air by Stephen Ward, and when centre-halves Ragnar Klavan and Joel Matip went to challenge Chris Wood at the same time, Scott Arfield crept into the penalty area ahead of left-back Andrew Robertson and fired past Simon Mignolet first time. Klopp shrugged his shoulders in disbelief by the touchline, and the only relief was that his side levelled within 3 minutes. £36 million record signing Mo Salah took a pass from Emre Can, nudged it past Matt Lowton and fired past Pope for his 4th Liverpool goal. That should have forced the floodgates, to open, particularly with Coutinho looking lively and embarking on several dribbles through midfield. Pope saved from Salah and Daniel Sturridge hit the side netting to keep Burnley level at the interval, and over time the home side's shooting became more wayward. The plan was to keep them as far away distance-wise as we could. "It's much harder to score from 30 yards than 6, said a proud Dyche. When Liverpool did get closer, they still missed. Robertson dragged a shot wide, Can headed onto the roof of the net. Pope was booked for time wasting with more than half an hour left, but he failed to let his nerves get the better of him. In front of him, Burnley centre-halves Ben Mee and James Tarkowski blocked every shot in front of them. Mee could have also scored with 2 headers from corners, the first headed away by Joe Matip, and the second saved by Mignolet at close range. Klopp sent on Solanke and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain for the last 13 minutes as Liverpool's efforts intensified even further. Alexander-Arnold finished more like a winger than a full-back. He had a bouncing shot clutched by Pope against his chest right on the goal line. Then when Salah's penalty appeal was turned down, he reacted quickest to feed Solanke, who struck the woodwork from 6 yards as a combination of Pope and his defenders got the ball away in a breathless finish. After conceding 7 goals against City and Sevilla, a draw was not what Klopp wanted. "It was our best game against Burnley, but not result-wise. For me it was a penalty on Salah, and then we still had a chance to score, but we hit the crossbar." Fortune was not wearing a Liverpool shirt today. We also conceded 1 goal, and that is where we have to improve most, to switch from being offensive to defensive. "We forgot Arfield and he scored. I'm frustrated, because we saw the kind of football we played even with 7 changes. I don't feel positivity now. Dyche enjoys upsetting the big guns. Every season the players stay in the Premier League, you feel more at ease," he said. "Liverpool spend fortunes on players, but it's our job to find a way to get a point, get a win.